You'll need to go through security to get into court. We're not allowed to film the security process, but usually you'll need to empty your bag, allow your pockets to be searched and go through a security arch, a bit like security at the airport. Some courts will confiscate anything sharp or that they think might be capable of being used as a weapon. This is standard practice. It's a good idea to put your coins in a purse and your bits and bobs in a bag so that you don't have to spend ages getting through security. I find that there are a few really useful items to have in my bag when I come to court. I always have several spare pens, a highlighter and some post-it notes, a bottle of water, a packet of tissues, my phone and some change. If you get flaky mid-morning, like I do, then you may want to bring a snack or a banana with you. Remember to bring your court papers, and if there isn't a bundle with an index, try and put them in some kind of sensible order in a file so you can find the right document when you need it. Once you're inside the building, you need to find a court list or a member of court staff to point you in the right direction. There may be different waiting areas for different types of cases. The court lists for family cases often don't show the names of the parties, so make sure you bring your case number with you, so you can find out which courtroom your case is being heard in. The most recent court order will have the case number, the date and time of the hearing, and the court address on it. The court usher will often, but not always, be dressed in a black gown, or there may be a counter that you can ask at. If you're unsure, find somebody wearing a suit, as they're probably a lawyer and can point you in the right direction. If you're planning to show documents to the judge that other people in the case haven't seen, you should bring copies for the judge and the other people involved in the case and hand them in to the court usher when you arrive. Everybody is entitled to see everything that the judge sees. Once you've signed in, you'll be asked to wait until your case is called. You may find that your case takes a while to be called because several cases will be listed at the same time slot. In some courts, you'll be able to use a private room, but if it's busy, you may have to wait in the main waiting area. If you're intimidated by the other person involved in the case, ask the court staff. They may be able to find somewhere more private for you to wait. Whilst waiting, you may be approached by a lawyer representing the other person in the case. Don't be concerned about this. The judge will expect you to have a chat with them to see if you can agree on any areas and to identify what the likely areas of dispute are. You don't have to agree anything with them if you don't feel comfortable, but by having a chat with the lawyer for the other person and listening to what they have to say, you will probably have a better understanding of what they're going to ask the judge to do when you do go into court, and you'll have a few minutes to think it through before the hearing starts, rather than being surprised when you go in. I'll talk a bit more about why this can be helpful in the next video. The court order might say that your case is listed for a particular type of hearing and might give you a time estimate. Cases often overrun though, so do make sure that you make arrangements for childcare and parking and time off work on the basis that you might be stuck at court for the whole day, even if the time estimate on the court order is much less. That way you won't be worrying about parking tickets and school runs and can just focus on the hearing. If you have special dietary requirements, bring a snack with you. Some courts have a cafe, others have a snack machine, and some have neither. And not every court is within easy reach of a sandwich shop. If you do have to get away by a certain time, make sure to tell the court staff and the others involved in the case at the first opportunity and ask for the judge to be made aware. They may be able to try and prioritise your case. Don't bring the kids to court with you unless the court has asked you to do so. You will almost certainly not be able to bring them into court,